Hello everyone, welcome to my videos. So in these videos, I want to share a little bit about how special education in Indonesia based on my experience when I was volunteered to help a teacher at one of the special needs schools in Jakarta, also sharing my first impression participating in the summer course program held by Asia University. Before we get further, I want to introduce myself. My name is Anggini Hridayanti, but you can call me Anggi or Angie or whatever is easier for you. And my student ID is AUSP 230649. Right now, I'm a third year student at State University of Jakarta or UNJ and currently studying in Special Education Department. So, my first impression while I was attending the summer course held by Asia University, first, I was really surprised and feeling a little bit jealous of the facilities provided by Asia University for their students, especially in the early childhood education department, such as you can get multiple professional classrooms to carry out learning practices with children, for example, like Montessori classroom, and then there is sensory integration activity rooms or infant and child classrooms. In my home university, especially in the special education department, we also get the same facilities. It's called Special Education Laboratory. This laboratory is provided by our faculties to conduct research and provide direct educational services for children with special needs. Of course, with the help of professors and other professionals. However, this laboratory room is not open to students in general, so that only those who wish to be involved in research and service can voluntarily access. Here are a few video footage of the Special Education Laboratory.
Solusi untuk kebutuhan anak berkebutuhan khusus dalam rangka mengoptimalisasi perkembangan dan memberikan layanan yang sesuai dengan kebutuhan belajar. Lab ini juga digunakan untuk mahasiswa melakukan penelitian dan pengabdian masyarakat yang berkaitan dengan anak kebutuhan khusus serta menjadi pusat kajian bagi pengembangan keilmuan dalam pendidikan khusus.
In terms of the course material provided by Asia University is not much different from my home university course material. I also studied the importance of early intervention in children as one way to develop the abilities needed and reduce behaviors that can be detrimental to the child. But from what I've seen, Asia University has a distinctive feature in its learning, that it always involves technology. In fact, the use of assistive technology for children with special needs introduced by Asia University is still rarely found in Indonesia. And now, I want to share my experience when I was volunteer at one of special needs schools in Jakarta. In Indonesia, special needs schools are divided into 6 types. The first one is Special Needs Schools A or SLBA, for children with visual impairment. The second one is Special Needs Schools B or SLBB, for children with hearing impairment. The third one is Special Needs Schools C or SLBC, for children with intellectual disability. The fourth one is Special Needs Schools D or SLBD, for children with physical disability. Next, there is Special Needs Schools E or SLBE, for children with social emotional difficulties. And last one is Special Needs Schools G or SLBG, for children with multiple disability. In these schools, there are elementary, junior high, and high school level. Each class in this school is usually filled with 2 until 10 students. All children with special needs that I have encountered have never had one disability. Most of them will have disabilities that are followed by another disability. Either it's from their vision, hearing, or physical difficulties. Students in elementary and junior high school will study academic fields such as mathematics, language, science, arts, of course with a difficulty level that adjusts their abilities. An example in these photos. He is a third grader in elementary school who has both autism and intellectual disability, but he is able to perform math calculation operations. Meanwhile, his other friends in the same class are still learning to know number. And this photo was taken while the teacher was still in the process of performing assessment at the beginning of the semester. This process was carried out to determine the level of student ability, so that the teacher could adjust the level of learning difficulty according to her abilities. Then, for high school students, they will usually no longer study the academic field, but they will be prepared to deal with the world of work, so that their learning is related to improving skills in certain fields, such as cooking, sculpting, or entrepreneurship. This is one example of high school students cooking bread. Usually, students' cooking products will be sold to people in the neighborhood around the school. This is also a student around 11th or 12th grade who are trying to use Microsoft Word. Every Friday, all students in these schools have one special activity, which is to gather in a large room, and then students with teachers will learn together about how to take care of themselves, such as how to wash their hands properly or how to maintain their safety. After the study is over, students are then allowed to return home. Okay, so that's all what I can tell you about special education in Indonesia based on my experience, and hopefully this can provide insight for everyone. I would also like to thank all professors who have been willing to take their time to teach in the summer course of 2023. I'm sorry for all the mistakes I made, and see you next time.